Okay, Jets. So, for safety purposes, I am not at school um, to keep you and me safe. So, let's jump right into our daily schedule. Is today Monday, December 7th, Owen? No, it's not. Go click on the purple one. Tuesday, December 8th. Okay, we still have reading workshop. You've got your discussion question this morning. Cursive, 2 colors. You should have your copies sitting up there. Make sure you put your name on it. And we still want to turn it in. And then we've got our warm up. So I would like Julian, can I get you to pull up the warm-up and mirror your screen? And let's see. Raise your hand if you were in charge yesterday of warm-up. I think it was Franco and Diego. I can't remember. Raise your hand. Okay, you two both get to pick one person to be our leader for today. And Delilah, you want to go ahead and hit the lights? Fantastic. Okay, so you guys have your warm up to do. You can pause me here after the warm up, come back, and Spelling City. If you click on Spelling City, it's time for you guys. Make sure you are on your correct list. Group 2, you've got your spelling words right here. I want you to go play a game. Go play one game. Audio word match. There it is. Click right here. And you know how this game goes. Right, but you also all know Spelling City gets loud. So what do you need on? Landon? Okay, make sure. Got to have your headphones. You didn't even think that I knew you were at school. Okay, go ahead and hit pause. Come back when you're finished. Okay, hopefully you had a lot of success with your Spelling City words. Group 1 and Group 2, both of you have something in common in all of your spelling words this week. They all end in L-E. L-E. If they end in L-E, we're not going to say la-e. No, it's one sound. Oh, try it. Oh. Okay, if you practice that as you're reading all of those words, we have k, and, can. Oh, we totally don't even have to tap that one out. You guys can all read can. It's 3 letters. Can, d, oh. Did you hear that? Can, d, oh. Right, candle. Okay, practice saying your words to your partner. Everybody, hit pause, turn and talk. Come back when you're finished. Great, you're back. Okay, click here for your task. Ta-da! Here comes your task. Julian, I hope you're still mirroring for me. You know that if it doesn't pop up, if yours is spinning, Julian, you could ask Abby. She would be happy to mirror also. But Abby, just give him a chance, okay? Teamwork makes the dream work. Go to assignments. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and go into my library. It's easier for you guys to see it through library. Third grade, right, Mackenzie? Yep. What unit? Think. Ruben. Yeah, unit 4, Ruben. And week what, Franco? Look at the screen. Yep, week 2. Okay, I'm going to scroll down here and I'm going to find your, there it is. We want this custom one. So you, on your daily schedule, you were able to go straight to this with one click. Takes me a couple different ways to get there. Okay, Spelling City is up there just in case you need to practice some more. Is today day 1? No. And I know that I said we were going to come back and finish up a couple things. However, things change. So we're going to be flexible. And all of you should have finished reading Rabbit and Coyote on pages 12 through 16. If you haven't, this would be more difficult for you. So make sure you take time to listen to that story and finish annotating. Hit pause to make sure you have finished that assignment first. Okay, since you're here, I'm thinking that you have already finished your reading. Coyote and Rabbit. Wow, those were 2 characters that, well, was there a message in there? I felt there was. I enjoy reading that. It was called a trickster tale. It's a trickster. Do you know a trickster? Can you make any connections? I have a real trickster in my family, and yesterday it got really expensive. My trickster was messing with his dad while his dad was trying to fix my ice maker, and he broke his heat gun. So the trickster in my family kind of got booted upstairs and told to calm down. So I'm wondering how that's not the assignment I want. Then I hit pause. Okay, now I found what we wanted. It was this assignment. This was the assignment from yesterday that we just run out of time. So let's just make sure that we have finished reading Rabbit and Coyote and go back and let's look at paragraphs 9 through 17. What does the language reveal or show? That's just another word for show about the narrator's point of view on Coyote. Okay, we decided that yesterday who is the narrator. Okay, we were trying to decide, is it first person and that person who is telling the story is in the story, or is it third person and they're looking through, remember my binoculars? If I'm third person, I'm not in the story. But man, I have a lot of juicy details on those characters. Right, we decided that it was third person. We also, if you look up at the board, yep, you can hit pause here. But look up at the board and there's a chart. I want all of you to go and look at page 18 in your Close Reading magazine. Go look at page 18 and 19 and let's make sure that we can fill in that chart. So go ahead, hit pause, fill in the chart as a class. And then I would like each one of you to create that chart on your own piece of paper. Okay? All right. You have partners at your desk. This is time to work as a class. Let's remember, what do we use to keep order in our classroom and to have our conversations, our constructive conversations? Robert's, Jake, what is it? Right, Robert's Rules of Order. Okay, class, hit pause, and you may come back to me when you have finished. Okay, Jets, glad you're back. I hope you were able to understand what actually motivates those characters. We could actually draw character charts, a character chart for Coyote, a character chart for Rabbit, and even a character chart for Farmer. They're all three very different. And that's really what we've been working on this week to figure out is they were all in the same exact situation, but they all had very different point of view, right? Okay. Let's work on some vocabulary. We've got these words here. Some of you I was reading with yesterday. We used our big word strategy. And at this time, I want you to hit pause. And your teacher for today is going to pass out your own anchor chart that you can put in your binder. It's the big word strategy anchor chart. We've been doing it all year, but now I think you're ready to have your own copy so that you can apply it to anywhere you are reading. This is not for when you are just in my classroom. This is when you are out in the big real world. You will be able to make those connections. If you come across something on a sign or in a newspaper or on the TV or even instructions on one of your games, you have got to be able to apply your big word strategies to your real world reading experiences. Okay, so please hit pause, and why don't you go through the big word strategies and ask questions. That's something that third graders need to be able to do in the state of Indiana, is ask questions about what they are reading before, during, and even after. So take some time to read it on your own and use your strategies to figure out what is that piece of paper saying. Okay, hit pause. I'm so glad you came back. Okay, big word strategies. It's something that you are very familiar with. Your assignment here is to look through your reading and find these words. I'm not even going to read them for you. I want you to use your strategies to figure them out. I read with some of you yesterday. Again, remember, we write down the page number and the paragraph where we found it, correct? For each one of these, page number and paragraph. Where will we find this information, Delilah? Yep, it's in our reader, and you're going to write down what next to this word? Page number and paragraph. Okay. Definition. My definition. This did not say look it up in your resources. It didn't say look it up on dictionary.com. We could, but that's not what this assignment is. I want your definition. So when you see pesky, I talked with one of you yesterday that said they had a pesky little sister. We came up with the word annoying. So I would just write in here, I would grab a text box and I would put it right here. And I could type in, my definition for pesky is to be annoying. Okay, so let's complete that on our iPads today. If you don't have your iPad with you, you will have to complete it in your magazine. So again, I just need to grab a text box, come over here, click, and drag. Now I need a sentence for pesky. Pesky. In the story, I feel like it was rabbit. Yeah. So, farmer thinks rabbit is pesky. Good to me. All right. That's an example and a model for what you need to do. You will need to finish these 3 on your own. Once you have done that, come back. But right now, hit pause. Fabulous. You're back. And I'm sure we are starting to run out of instructional time in the classroom. But I do expect everyone to at least have the page number and the paragraph number written down for each word. That is your ticket to recess today. Okay? All right. Make sure you come back to this and finish it up this afternoon or at home tonight. That becomes homework. Does anyone have one of their sentences they would like to read aloud? Any volunteer for pesky that was different than mine? Okay. Take time and read your sentences to your partner, or if you have some volunteers, one at a time, one for this one, and this one. Okay. Hit pause. That's your ticket out of here. And I have more video for you. So when you get ready for success time, check in with Mrs. Young. See ya. Yay, I'm glad you're back. Hope recess was great. I hope you guys had a good lunch. And I hope you were able to get all your assignments done for Mr. Sheets. Okay, let's remember our procedures. Right when you walk back into the room from your lunch recess, you will need to just sit down and get started. For your success time today, write a response. Who would like to read these instructions out loud? Okay, if you have a volunteer in the class, I would much rather a student read than myself, but I'll put it in here just in case. Which character of the story do you most closely identify with? Farmer, rabbit, or coyote? And why? We need to cite specific text evidence to explain how your point of view is similar to that of the character you chose. Okay, that's easy enough. Cite, you did that in your warm-up. Remember, you're going to say the title of the article or the article told me this. This one told me that. In this one, we're only talking about one article. No problem. We can find evidence. My point of view. Okay, so what they're telling me there is that I'm going to have to understand the character. I can't just guess. So I'm going to hit pause after I put in a text box. So I'm going to click text box. Going to come right here, click, and drag. This says write a response. Does it remind you of anything? Exactly. Okay, I'm going to hit pause. When you come back, you're going to have some help to get started. Be patient. While I'm doing this, I would like you to go and reread farmer, rabbit, coyote, couple lines from each to figure out which one did you feel like you are more similar to, you made a connection with.